Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Syifa Adistiani from PBICIA class 1I. This time I will review the book. The book is The First Student Choice. How do they say them in English? First, book identity. Book title The First Student Choice. How do they say them in English? Author by Dr. Andes Slamet Rianto MPD. Published Penerbit Andi Yogyakarta. Number of page 270. Publication year 2011. Kind of book education. And then important content in the book or interesting. Describe how English people communicate in their language, from how to greet someone to how to express fears and worries accompanied by how to read it. What's interesting in this book is that there is a way to learn a language, which includes vocabulary, repetition, conversation, writing in a chapter. And then author language. The language of the author in this book uses communicative language so that it easily understood by the reader. And excellent in the book, the advantage of this book is that it is able to provide information about learning English from the basics. So it can be for beginners who want to learn it. And weakness in the book. The explanation is too short, so there are parts that are not easy to understand for beginners. Reading technique. In reading, how do they say them in English? I use scanning technique. Scanning is searching for a specific piece of information. The reason I use the scanning because there are already some materials that I have mastered. Like chapter on how to greet someone. I have mastered this material because I took it when I was in elementary school. It contains the words good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. So I did read from the material beginning of the chapter. I immediately looked for the material I want to study, and the material I want to study is how to check pronunciation, spelling, correctness, and meaning on page 189. Previously, there are steps to read in scanning technique from example as I did. Pay attention. The first step, open the book you want to read on the table of content page. And second, define what you want to learn by reading in the table of content in the book. And three, after getting the keyword, you can see what page it is on. And that open the page 189. Just read and study it. In the book entitled The First Student Choice, how do they say them in English? On chapter how to check pronunciation, spelling, correctness, and meaning, explain how to correct the spelling of them is phonetic in conversation. For example, it's Anna. What's your name? Mr. Anderson. Your name, please? You. Herman. Mr. Anderson. How do you spell your name? You. Hiiman. Mr. Anderson. Well, you are admitted to America. You. Thank you, sir. Nah, this scanning reading technique cannot be done in random books. You usually don't scan mystery story, a textbook for an important course, a map for finding your way home, and a question on text. Because this thing if shortened will not work well. So don't be haphazard. And thank you for watching and attention. See you, bye bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.